Here's the deal. Research shows that the quantity and type of homework depends on the grade level, the community support, and the course. I teach 11th graders, and there's simply not enough time in class to not assign homework. For consistency, I simply assign homework every night. It may be note-taking, guided practice, independent practice, a lab report, project documentation, or just studying vocabulary, or a combination. If you are a student listening to this, it's absolutely crucial for your success that you do the homework. You cannot get good at anything unless you practice consistently. That doesn't mean you have to spend a million hours. Actually, if you do the homework as assigned, you won't need to ever spend hours upon hours. My philosophy is that you should spend 30 focus minutes a day. If you don't finish in 30 minutes and you can say that you didn't get distracted, you weren't multitasking, I give you permission to stop. The most successful students are the ones who are consistent. That doesn't mean you never miss a day or that sometimes you don't finish the whole assignment. It's like participating in a sport or the school band. You show up to practice all the time for hours, right? So that you're ready for the big performance. You can miss a day here and there, but more than that's going to affect the final big performance. So everything matters, but nothing counts. Why? You practice because it will enable you to master the skills of the class. If you are only motivated by grades, life's going to be really hard for you because you don't get graded in real life. Like, why do you play Candy Crush for hours or practice your guitar or have to clock a certain number of hours behind the wheel before getting a driver's license? Because you have to perform, and the only way to get good at it is to practice. That said, sometimes when you practice, it's really hard and you don't do very well. Sometimes you do great because it seems really easy. Either way, there's no effect on your grade. I also want to provide flexibility. If a particular skill is super easy for you, then just do a few and then stop. If it's really hard, do as much as you can without worrying about any penalty for errors. If you have a huge math test to study for, or you're working late one night, just do 10 minutes of practice instead of the usual 30. You can tailor it to your needs, but just be consistent, as it really does matter that you practice. Students get to make choices, and sometimes they aren't going to be the best ones, but this provides plenty of opportunities for learning. We will talk about those choices. I'd rather you choose not to do homework. See that you aren't doing well, and then make the conscious choice to do it. Or maybe you choose to skip a lab report one week because you have a performance or a research paper due in another class. There's no penalty, but there are consequences of not doing practice.